So when we take this, start taking it out, the first thing you'll find are two insert cards. We have one here that talks a little bit about the design and some of the different elements on the bracelet. And then on the back, we have some information about magnetic therapy. And then the other card is talking about the removal tool and how to actually remove the links. The next thing you'll find in there is actually the link removal tool, which we'll be using. The For the Fallen Arlington magnetic bracelet. We actually have the cross, which is paying tribute to the crosses that you'll find at Arlington National Cemetery, and that is throughout the bracelet. And then on the back, we've got the American flag. We've got Psalm 23 on the inside, and you're probably familiar with that, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. It's just kind of the bravery and, kind of that attitude, not being full of fear, but just living life. And then we have the clasp here. This is, it's very simple to take off or to open and close, but the one thing you want to take a look at is right here, you'll notice there's a hinge. There's a pin that runs through here. That is not the side that we want to open. If you look on this side, there's just a little bit of a lip. That's the one you want to open. And the easiest way to do this is if you kind of put it between your fingers and apply pressure, then you just take your thumbnail and stick it here and then just pull back and it opens up. It's very easy to open, but if you try to do it from the other side, it will never happen, and that's really difficult. So to put this on, what you want to do is just lay this side on your wrist with the American flag, and then you take the clasp, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to rotate my wrist so you can see here, but it's easier if you hang it like this. But if you'll see here, then I take the clasp, which actually has a little bit of a lip, and I'm going to slide it in and just get it right underneath that hook. And like I said, this is much easier if you just have it hanging, but we're going to do it this way just for the sake of the video. Okay, now that lip is hanging on the hook, so I can just hang it like that. It's not going to come off. Okay, now to close the clasp, what you want to do is kind of pinch this side of the bracelet and this side of the bracelet together, and then that will force that clasp out further, and then I can just push it down. You'll hear a little click when it's secured, so I'll be quiet here and we'll push that down. Very small, very quiet, but now I know that that's secured. When you're pulling this off, you want to kind of remember which side you did. So this was the side that we clipped, so that's the side that I'm going to open. To remove it, the easiest thing to do is just put your finger under here, and that keeps the pressure, because if you don't, and you're trying to do it, the bracelet's giving into your skin. So if you put your finger under there, take your thumbnail and pop it, it's done. Now we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at how to size this thing down if you need it to be smaller. So we're going to grab our link removal tool, and then the first thing we want to do is we're going to look at the bracelet from the side. You'll notice here there look to be like little holes, and you can actually see that kind of it's indented there. If I flip it over on this side, I see holes, but there's a flush pin in there. Okay, so that pin is going to come out, and that's how we're going to remove links. But what I want to do is I want to remove them from this side where it looks like there's a hole and push it out to the side where it's flush. Because on this side of the pin, there's a little bit of a flare to that pin. So if I try to push the pin in from this side, it will not go and you'll end up breaking the tool. So always start from the side where there's the little bit of the hole. So we're going to go and insert this into the tool. And then what you can do is you can kind of look at this from the side, line up that hole with the pin of the tool, and then pop it in. Now I know that that's secure. The pin is in the right hole. I'm going to tighten it until the pressure pushes the bracelet against the side here of the tool. Okay, now I've got pressure there. Then the other thing you want to look at is you want to make sure that the pin is going to come out in this gap. If you're pushing the pin out and it's pushing into either one of these, you're going to bend the tool because it's not going to come out. So we're lined up, we're in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and start applying pressure. And I'm looking in that gap. I want to see a little bit of the silver of the pin pop out. Okay, applying pressure. Okay, now I'm just starting to see the pin. It's coming out. This one is coming out very smoothly. Sometimes there's a little bit more pressure you have to apply. If that's the case, just be patient, go slow. You don't want to wrench down on this really fast. So that pin is popped out. Now I'm going to go ahead, back out the tool, pull this pin out. You can use your fingers. If you want, you can use needle nose pliers. Pull that out, set it aside because you're going to need that. Okay, so let's say I want to take out this link here. Okay, so if you look at this, there's the link with the cross, and then there's a small link that connects it to the next link with the cross. On this side, that's the rest of the bracelet, I have that small link there, okay? I want to take this link out. I don't want to take out the first pin, because if I do, then that little piece is going to be there and I can't connect the little piece to the little piece. So I want this link and this little piece to come out. So I need to pop the pin that's going to remove that, which is on the far side. So I want, again, to look at the side where there's a hole. I want to make sure I'm getting the pin that's going to remove this link and the small link, placing it in the tool. And I'm going to slide this until I get that hole to the pin to go into the hole. There it goes. Okay, tightening this until the bracelet is flush with the side of the tool. Okay, I got pressure there, that's good. So now I'm going to slowly start tightening to get that pin to come out. Okay, I'm starting to see the pin. And now I'm good. Backing out the tool. Pull the pin out with your fingers or a tool if you need it. Okay, now I've got that link and the small link. They're both out. So that's good, that's what I wanted. Okay, now to put this back together, you're just going to line that up. And now remember, one side had the flush pins, and the other side looked like there was a hole. The pin came out that way, okay? I want the pin to go back in the same way it came out. If you look at this pin, I'll just lay it down here on the white so you can see it. One side is very smooth and straight, and then there's a little bit of that flare out on that side. Okay, so that's the side of the pin that's going to go in last. I want to insert the smooth, straight side. So we'll grab that. Grab my two pieces. You know, we're going to line up these holes now. I'm no expert. I don't do this all the time. I am not like the link removal guy, so don't be like, oh, well, of course you made it look easy because you're like the master. Nope, not that guy. Slide the pin in there. Okay, that one went really easily. Like, I made that look really easy. Sometimes it's difficult when you get that pin because you got to line up that hole, the hole for the little link. That one went in really nicely. Okay, now it's going to come out, and I want to make sure I get it on this side as well. And you know you have, because if I take this and I basically kind of twist it that way, that's not how much I'm twisting it. But if you do that a little bit, it doesn't really give, so I know that I'm in all of the holes. Okay, now that's mostly in, but you want to pop it in all the way. You could use the tool to push that back in. You could push this down on a hard table, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the replacement tool or the link removal tool, and I'm just going to push in from the side, and that went in perfectly, smoothly. And so that is the For the Fallen Arlington magnetic bracelet from the Hero Company. If you have any questions, please reach out to our customer support. And if you'd like to look at any of our other products, like our other magnetic bracelets, you can check us out at theherocompany.com.